Hey there, Pod Squad. Welcome back to my channel where I help women like you grow and monetize their podcasts. Whether you've been podcasting for a while now or just starting a show, you're here because you're hosting a major pod party and it's time to stack the guest list. Imagine it. Mouth-watering snacks, a killer DJ, and a piñata full of CBD gummies. Yet your pod party remains empty. You know you bring major value and a great time to the table, but your high-profile guests don't, or at least not yet. Keep your party pantsuit on, gals. You're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how a media kit is the glittery invitation you need to get RSVPs from those coveted, high-profile podcast guests. Plus, stick around to the end to find out how to use your media kit to monetize your podcast as well. Because who doesn't love to get paid to party? If you're new here, I'm Lauren Popish, founder of The Wave Podcasting, and it's my mission to help women grow and monetize their podcasts. Consider me your fairy pod mother. I create weekly videos to help you craft, produce, grow, and monetize your podcast. So if this sounds like the kind of divine intervention you've been manifesting, be sure to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button in the lower right and ring the bell to be the first to know about our latest pod hacks. So back to your epic podcast party. You want a solid following of listeners to show up, but what's the first question anyone asks when they get invited to a party? Who else is going? Cue your amazing list of podcast guests walking through the door in slow motion. Epic, right? These can be guests with large existing audiences or those who are super influential to your ideal listener. But how do you get the cool kids to agree to come to the party? I'm so glad you asked. Step 1, find their direct email. It's not creepy, I promise. Step 2, write a concise email that emphasizes what's in it for them, your goodie bag, if you will. And step 3, include your shiny new media kit. What is a media kit? Well, consider it kind of like a scrapbook of your podcasts and its achievements. Not sure where to start? Let's break down the 4 most important sections that you'll need for your podcast media kit. The Who. Not to be confused with the British rock band from the 60s, The Who refers to who is creating your podcast and who's listening. Include a short bio of each of your hosts and identify your audience demographic. Is your content family-friendly or straight-up true crime murdery? Let your potential guests know what they're choosing to align with, which leads us to the what. Write a brief and catchy description of your podcast, and most importantly, focus on what sets your pod apart. Do you host a sex ed podcast with your Nana? Are you telling the real-life ghost stories of your listeners? What are you doing that no one else is doing? The why. Let's get a little existential. Why are you here? And by here, I mean Apple Podcasts. What propels you to sit down at your mic? What is the goal of your podcast? Why does your audience tune in? We want to be inspired by what inspires you. The how. How is your podcast performing and how can your potential guest benefit from participating? Including stats around download rates, geographical reach, and ratings, as well as some gushy online reviews is exactly what we're looking for here. Don't forget to link to actual podcast episodes so they can sample your pod for themselves. Some might have to see it or hear it to believe it, so make it as easy as possible to find your content. Now, before we talk money, we'll show you ours if you show us your appreciation. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Words of affirmation is my love language and will always keep me coming back with more podcast tips just for you. Now for my pro tip of the day. Once your media kit is completed, share that baby like the other half of your sandwich. Use your media kit to make the first move on sponsorship opportunities and affiliate deals. Approaching these opportunities with your super professional looking media kit will no doubt impress brands and take the work out of figuring out what your podcast brings to the table. Want to learn even more about how your media kit can bring home the bacon? Lucky for you, I've linked to our free guide to growth and monetization in the notes below. It literally pays to stick around to the end of the video, huh? All right, party people, we've covered a lot of ground today when it comes to using your media kit to attract your dream podcast guests. Let's break it all down. Find direct emails, emphasize the opportunity you're presenting, include your media kit. Your media kit should include the who, what, why, and how of your podcast. Dang girl, you're marketing your podcast like a professional. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and buy a metal straw for your brain to drink up all the podcasting Kool-Aid I'm pouring here each week. Got questions? Throw them in the comment section below or let us know about other podcast-related topics you'd like to hear about. We live to serve up only the best in podcast strategy. Until next time, thanks for watching, keep podcasting, and enjoy the ride.